that people who had been in the business of administering cricket in the country, either in the state associations or the BCCI itself, despite having been in that role for 10 years, 15 years, or maybe more, were not willing to leave.
We then move on, of course, to your other big role as the chairman of the Committee of Administrators. When I was reading the book, I thought it was pretty interesting that in 2017, you got the news while you were at the airport, and your first reaction to that was, oh, it feels like I'm the night watchman. But the night watchman has been batting for a very long time now. So with the impending or the forthcoming BCCI elections, my first question to you then is, do you look forward to the night watchman retiring?
Oh, 100%. Because when I called it a night watchman role at that point of time, I saw myself and my colleagues, trying to get the BCCI to accept the constitution as handed out by the court, conduct the elections, and we would have quit. It would have taken us 8 months, 9 months at the most, not more than that. But unfortunately, there have been lots of state associations and persons who were manning those associations who did not see eye to eye with the Supreme Court judgment.
Quite extensively in the book about, like you were mentioning, the resistance that you faced in the implementation of the Justice Lodha recommendations. So looking at your tenure as the chairman of CoA, would you see it as a learning experience or as a challenge?
Both. Yeah. Very much both. Learning experience because from the point of view of the fact that people who had been in the business of administering cricket in the country, either in the state associations or the BCCI itself, despite having been in that role for 10 years, 15 years, or maybe more, were not willing to leave. Normal corporate governance dictates that after 9 years or 10 years, you need to have a changeover. That's good corporate governance. But these people felt that they were the only persons who could administer cricket, and they had the kind of experience which was best to administer cricket. Now, obviously, the Supreme Court disagreed with them. So that was the interesting part of it. The challenge part of it was to convince the state associations that here is an order of the Supreme Court. We really have no option now. And in the interest of administration of cricket, passing into the hands of younger people, newer people, new blood, and fresh thinking, right, and that they should hand over the mantle to somebody else, move on. They could continue to be mentors, patrons, etc., but the administration should now be done by new.
In your tenure as the chairman of CoA, there were a lot of decisions and controversies that you had to take a look at, or that you had to make a decision of. Is there one particular incident that you felt could have been dealt with differently?
See, one problem that we faced was the Committee of Administrators, as appointed initially, had a 4-member committee. For whatever reasons, 2 of the members had to quit. So it was left, the CoA was left with only 2 members. Now, in any walk of life, in administration, in parliament, when 2 judges sit, quite often we've had divided judgments. Okay. Now this was one case where perspective as seen by my colleague and me were different. So they were divergent. So that now having divergent views is absolutely no problem. But unfortunately, those divergent views played out into public domain. Right. That's where, as you said, the controversy was created. But in handling the issues, I don't think we would have done anything differently, because over these last 2.5 years, Indian cricket has performed exceedingly well.